Hi you guys, my name is Cherita and I need an intro. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about this whole Manny and Jeffrey situation. I initially was just going to do like a recap of Manny's latest video, but right after the video, some stuff popped off on Twitter. So that's what I'm going to be talking about, and I'm actually going to be doing my makeup as I'm talking because my face is naked. If you guys don't know, Manny and Mua'S just released a new video. It's like part of a docu-series that he's doing. And I personally liked the video. I'm not gonna say what I didn't like, but what I didn't really appreciate about the video was how calculated it was. He did touch on a lot of topics about mental health, which mental health means a lot to me. As I myself have been struggling and dealing with depression and anxiety for like the past 7-ish years. I've even been hospitalized for it. So it was meaningful to me. And it's just the fact that it was uploaded on World Mental Health Day, which to me was very calculated and very planned out. And I'm not saying that Manny didn't go through, anything mental health related, because I truly believe he did. But it's just the fact that he's kind of using that as his way of getting people to, I guess, sympathize or empathize with him. I'm not sure. The video itself was pretty good. It was very repetitive. He did repeat a lot of things over and over and over. Like, I felt like within that 33-minute video, like, it could have been a lot shorter just because of the topics that he was speaking of. That's just my opinion. So he did talk a lot about, like his parents and, his brother spoke, like a lot of people that are close to him and his family spoke out. I do encourage people to actually go and watch the video because it was, I don't know, I just felt it was good. A lot of people are saying that they don't believe that this was genuine and that he's doing it just to get, people back in his good graces. But isn't that like the point of, like an apology type video? And I'm gonna just kind of be jumping back and forth because that's the way my mind works. But, Jeffree Star did an apology video, and I'm not gonna say nobody, but nobody really questioned whether it was authentic or whether he was genuine. Everybody just took it as he is genuine and he has apologized. And if anything comes up about, Jeffree possibly still being racist, everybody says, well, there's no way he can be because he apologized. Well, what's the difference between his apology and Manny's apology, And I feel like Manny still has a lot of growing up to do. I don't think he's 100% found himself. And I've always thought of Manny as a follower, not a leader, which makes sense as why he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know himself. Maybe that's why he doesn't come off as genuine, because he's not a genuine person. He doesn't know himself. Okay, so quickly. I've been using this NYX Away We Glow liquid booster underneath my, underneath my foundation, and I love the glow that it gives me. I know right now I look like the Tin Man, but hopefully you guys will see how it comes together. So the one thing that really bothers me about the stan culture is no matter what anybody says about that person, they can do no wrong. I'm very conflicted when it comes to Jeffree Star for a few reasons, for my own personal reasons. However, when somebody comes out, like the David guy, and says something like, these are the text messages from Jeffree being racist, blah, 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 blah. Everybody's so quick to say, well, why didn't you come out sooner? Or this can't be true because Jeffree already apologized, or why are you bringing up old stuff? Well, I'm a firm believer in, like, people, especially like around this age, like people don't, they change. That doesn't mean that like their old habits can come back to resurface. You know, like if you've been a racist for 30 years and then, you know, you accidentally say something racist after you claim to not be racist anymore, like that's very believable. But everybody is always so quick to just say, oh, no, 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 Jeffrey didn't do that. Or, you know, this person's just looking for clout. Just like, and I know this is a reach, but just like in the Me Too culture, people are afraid to come forward because nobody ever believes them. This happened to me. I was assaulted, and everybody is like, yeah, right, yeah, right. Or what did you do to deserve the assault, you know? And I feel like this is kind of the same thing. People are always like, oh no, like there's no way that Jeffrey could have done it. Why not? Jeffrey's a smart man. Jeffrey is a smart man. Like low-key, I feel like Jeffrey is a manipulator, and that's what he's been doing to all of his, you know, his fans, his minions, his stans, his star family. And I'm not hating on Jeffrey. This is just my opinion and things that like I have clocked and things that I have seen. And back to the whole, you know, people are only putting out these like, or Manny's only putting out this docuseries so people can like him again. And like I said, isn't that the reason why Jeffree Star did his apology video? Like, I know he didn't do it in a docuseries form, but he still put out a video and explained his side of why he's not racist. He did that so people would like him and people would follow him and, you know, people would accept him again. Whether you think that's true or not, like that's the reason why people apologize, you know, especially when they have like such a huge following, they apologize. And it seems like Jeffrey's apology is the only apology that matters in any of these like beauty guru situations. Now, I'm not going to touch on Laura because I think, I don't know, I don't like Laura, and I don't like what she did or how she handled her situation. But in my eyes, like I still feel like there's hope for Manny, but that's just me personally. So I watched a couple of other videos about this whole situation, and it seems like a lot of people kind of have the same feeling, the same thought process when it comes to what happened after Manny posted his video, and that was Jeffrey coming and basically like dragging Manny through the mud, which I felt like, I don't know, like I felt like it wasn't deserved. And I do believe that Jeffrey was hurt by, you know, by Manny, but I think what a lot of it comes down to is like a lot of people have different ideas of like what a good friend is. You know, like some people think a good friend is like, oh, somebody that I talk to every single day. Like that's a good friend. Or, you know, a good friend is somebody who lends me money, or, you know, a good friend is this. And I feel like they probably have like two different views on what a good friend is. The way that he popped off on Manny, it was like, I don't know, I felt like it was childish and uncalled for, and like that's the kind of thing that, you know, people are like, well, Jeffrey's changed. Well, I don't think he's changed that much, because he's still doing, you know, like the same thing, you know, on Twitter. He always teases, Beauty by Ashley talked about this, and, you know, he always like teases the idea that, you know, like he can spill the tea and he can ruin somebody and blah, 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 but he never says anything. And it's like, then why say anything at all? Because I feel like this is just being dragged on for so long. And it's just, I mean, I understand that people are into it, obviously. Like, there's so many different videos about it. But at the same time, it's like, just be done with it and be over with it, you know? Somebody else, who was it? Harley Jenna MUA, I think. And I probably butchered that. But anyway, she posted something on Twitter today basically saying like, okay, like if Jeffrey wasn't so problematic, then why would all these drama channels be making videos about him, you know, where he's the topic? And what killed me is she was like, Karina Kaboom has made like 243 videos of Jeffree Star, which is probably accurate. But it's like Jeffree is always in, like, he's always in the drama, you know? Like, he is always the root of the drama. And people like to say, like, he's not problematic, he's not this, like, he's grown up, he's changed, but he is problematic, you know? Because if he wasn't, then his name wouldn't be near, like, wouldn't be attached to any of this. But yes, even though Jeffree is problematic, he's entertaining. I mean, look at Tana Mojo. I haven't watched Tana in I don't know how long, but Tana is problematic AF, but she still has loyal fans and stans because of this stan culture that we have, and no matter what Tana does, she can do no wrong. I mean, Tana's apologized a plethora of times, but she still has her people that are like there for her, like ride or dies. I can never get this open. So this is a Makeup Revolution bronzer. And this has got to be the hardest thing to open. Ugh, Jesus. I know there's so much more that I have to say, but like I can't think of everything right now. But basically, like, stan culture is annoying and it's very frustrating. Like, literally, like, Jeffree could, like, stand on top of the Empire State Building and yell racial slurs, and people would still be like, oh, he didn't do anything wrong. Oh, he's iconic. He's the first person to stand at the Statue of Liberty and do anything. They would find a way to make it seem like what he did was okay or what he did was iconic. And I mean, if that's the culture we live in, then that's the culture we live in. But we just need to remember that, like, every person that is part of, you know, this whole YouTube community, like, everybody on the other side is just a person with the camera. And, you know, if somebody says that they apologize, like, you just have to accept their apology and move on, you know? And if they continue to, like, show that they have not really, that they didn't mean their apology, then that's when you have to be like, is this a person that I want to support? And you have to look at your morals and values and see if they align with that person. You can't bash one person for apologizing and then bash the other person for doing the same thing and say, oh, well, I think they're just doing it because they want to get their fans back. Well, like, that's the reason why a lot of people do things. Like, yes, they apologize because they feel like they need to, but at the end of the day, like, the best apology is changed behavior. Unless you've gotten on camera and literally just shown that you have changed from one person to another, which is hard to show when you're a beauty guru. But if you're like a vlogger and you used to go down the streets and scream at people and call them mean names, but you never got on camera and apologized, but the vlogs have changed to something like doing random acts of kindness or whatever, that's a true apology. And you don't even have to get on camera and say, look, I'm sorry, even though that is the right thing to do. But like I said, the best apology is change behavior. And until we know, like, until people aren't constantly being accused of still being the same person that they were, then it's hard to accept that apology. Don't even get me started on accepting apology that wasn't even meant for you. And before you guys all start going all gung-ho about how much I hate Jeffree Star, 'tis not true, because I'm actually using his liquid frost right now. I guess all in all, what I'm trying to say is we need to stop idolizing these people and thinking that every single thing that they say is true. And we also need to just come to reality and come to terms that there are terrible people out there, and they may say things that you don't agree with, but just because they said they didn't doesn't mean they did, and vice versa. I'm gonna finish my makeup off camera and then I'll come back. Okay, so this is my finished face. On my eyes, I used actually the Blood Sugar palette, and on my lid, I used this new NYX, it's a foil play cream eyeshadow, and I'm just saying, I like it. That doesn't mean anybody else has to. And then for my lips, I used NYX Liquid Suede in Downtown Beauty. It's my own personal nude. Anyways, to wrap up this video, basically what I wanted to say was, while a lot of people like to come for Manny right now because he's an easy target, he did get on camera and he apologized to Karina Kaboom, which it was something that he did 4 years ago, but he got on camera, he apologized to her, which I thought was done really well. And a lot of people will say that he wasn't genuine in his apology, but you know, he looked in the camera and said, Karina Kaboom, I apologize. What I did was wrong. But on the other hand, people still forgive Jeffree Star for what he did to Jackie Aina and Makeup by Shayla when he has not publicly come out and apologized to them. So you guys just, I don't know, you just have to look at both sides. And I'm not saying that what Jeffree Star has said about Manny being genuine is wrong, because that's his truth. But at the same time, you can't go and say that Manny wasn't genuine, because maybe Manny feels like he was genuine and that's his truth. I'm pretty sure that's it for this video. I know I rambled on for like ever. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. And go ahead and click the subscribe button while you are at it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and do not forget to be the change that you want to see in the world. Bye.